Stay tuned, where my guest will be Ron Greschner of the New York Rangers. He'll be right here between periods 2 and 3 on your cable station. Welcome between periods 2 and 3, the Hockey Night in Poughkeepsie telecast. This is Eric Martin. I'm here with Ron Greschner of the New York Rangers. Ron, I understand you have a summer place up near the Poughkeepsie area.
Yeah, it's close to Stone Ridge area, Marbletown, that area, and that's I spend my summers up there, and I really enjoy it.
Yeah, it must be nice to get out of the city. You know, it's probably a little quieter up that way.
Yeah, it's nice. We look for a house all over the, anywhere out of the city, 2 hours, and we finally stumbled upon this house, and it was a little run down and that, but it's nice. I like it up there. It's quiet, and people have been really nice to me, and it's great.
How do you enjoy playing for the New York Rangers? Is it really a big thrill to be in the New York area?
Yeah, it is. I've spent more than 1/3 of my life, in New York, and I enjoy. I love playing with the Rangers. And I love the organization's good, and the people are good in it, and they treat you really good. And the thing about it is that, I've lived here my whole life. Since I've been a teenager, and it's great.
How was it when you did come into New York when you were very young? This talk about younger guys coming into New York, the nightlife gets to them and all that. How did you react when you first came to the Big Apple?
Well, first year, I guess it was a little different. It was all new to me. I lived in Vancouver for a while. It was a fairly big city of 3 million people, but it was more, I just took it as it was fun for a while, and it just died out for me after about a year of it. And if you have a lot of nightlife, you're not going to play many years, and a lot of guys have proven that. They played 1 or 2 years in New York, and they were out, they were finished. I always wanted to play hockey, and hockey was ahead of going out, I guess. So that way, it never bothered me. I enjoyed. I go to Broadway shows. I got married 1.5 years ago, and now my wife takes me to ballet and the opera.
Well, that's another question. You are married now. Has that affected you? How does that affect your life as far as being away all the time?
She's away a lot too. She's a model, and she's into singing, into acting, and everything. And she's gone as much as I'm gone, but we try to make our trips at the same time, so that when I'm gone, she's gone, and then we do a lot of talking on the telephone.
Playing before the New York crowd, they got to be the most demanding fans, I think, anywhere. For as many years as you have, is it tough playing before them?
Yeah, sometimes it is, but they're basically, they're probably the best fans you can ever have, because if you get a little bit of a roll going in a game, you're winning or something, they're right behind you, and it gets so loud in there that you just get so pumped up from playing. It's great. They're probably the best fans in the whole world. They've been good to me most of the time, and it's they're about as demanding as you can get. It's like New York City is very demanding. They always want winners, or if you're not a winner, you're in New York, you're nobody.
That's true. What is your favorite arena to play in on the road? Where do you enjoy going the most?
I enjoyed playing in Philadelphia, Vancouver, probably the most, and the island.
What do you see in Philadelphia that is?
I don't know. I just enjoy playing there, I guess, because the games, you get ready for the games, and you know that's going to be a kind of a physical game, kind of a little bit of bumping, and maybe a few fights and a little bit of everything in that game.
How do you feel about playing in the Montreal Forum? Is mystique about it? Is it really exciting to play here?
Yeah. When I was a kid, I rooted for Montreal, and I think in '79 when we were playing them in the finals, that'd been my biggest thrill in my life. If we could have beat them. I wanted that more than anything. But we lost 4 games to 1. But playing in Montreal is sort of a tradition's old here. It's probably the oldest building in hockey, that in Chicago, and I enjoy playing this building too, but sometimes they have a pretty good team, so it gets a little tougher in here.
I know you've had a few problems with your back, I believe. Is that all cured? Are you 100% right now?
My back is cured. I had shoulder separation in about the 10th game of the year, and that's just about healed up now too. But my back hasn't bothered me in 2 years.
Oh, well, that we're glad to hear. You're more of an offensive defenseman. Was you always that way? I know you had some really beautiful moves. Watching you go down the ice, just very graceful. Is that something you learned, or something that just came natural?
I played forward until I was 15 years old, and then or 16 years old, and then I switched to defense because our team had a bunch of injuries when I was playing in junior hockey. And after that, I just started carrying. I just got so used to carrying the puck all the time. I just kept carrying it all. And I don't know how the moves or anything. That's just all. That's something you just do on instinct. It's not really.
You don't seem to be going that fast. It's just somehow you just make some moves and you make the other defenseman look bad. It's beautiful to watch. Ron, how old were you when you started to play hockey?
I started skating when I was about 3 or 4 years old, and I started playing organized hockey when I was 15, and playing in New York I was 19.
And you played, did you play for the Westminster Bruins, I believe, in the Western Hockey League?
I played there for 3.5 years, and I played for a team called Chilliwack. There was a farm team for New Westminster for a couple of years.
Okay, well, is that a good age, or is that the age most, if you're going to make it to professional hockey, is that the age most kids start learning how to skate, 3, 4 years old?
In Canada, I think the part of Canada where I grew up, it was like that. And then you could walk out your back door, and all there was a big sheet of ice for about 200 miles each way. You could skate anywhere. My mother used to tie my skates up and just let me go skate all day. There was nothing to stop me. There's no trees or, you know, there's no place to be stopped, and so it was easy. But most kids start around 3 to 5 years old, I think.
Well, now that we're on the subject of the kids, I understand you're going to have a hockey school in the Poughkeepsie area.
Yeah, I think it's going to be in July, the last 2 weeks of July. We're trying to get everything organized right now so we can get flyers out and stuff like that for the school. And there's going to be, I think, Phil Esposito might teach for a while there, Tommy Laidlaw, Nick Fatil. I think they're all going to, I'm going to try to get them there each in a week, you know. And it's about 95% sure we're going to have it right now.
Have you been instructed before at hockey schools?
I had one in Canada about 5 or 6 years ago, and I had one in Long Island about 4 years ago. And I enjoy doing them. I enjoy the kids, and I enjoy the, you know, I guess they have to learn some, I don't know, they have just to learn hockey, just to get away from their family a little bit is even good for them. No, it is. Because I know I went to one when I was a kid, and I think I was 12 years old, and I learned to be on my own a little bit, you know. It's sort of like you get away from home, and somebody else disciplines you in a different way, because your parents discipline you one way, and somebody else tells you the other things the other way. I think it's just good for them.
Is it difficult, or does it take a lot of patience on your part to instruct that many kids on the ice at one time?
Well, that's why you have 2 or 3 guys on the ice. You have, you know, on the ice would be me and Phil one day, maybe, and me and Tommy the next day, or me and Nicky the next day, or maybe even 3 of us in one day, each group, you know. And you go on all the aspects of the game, the passing, the shooting. But I think that stuff you all learn on your own. That stuff's something you can't really be taught. But you can be taught a little bit of discipline more than anything else.
How important is equipment? I know proper fitting skates, and is skates the most important item as far as equipment is importance, fitting properly that a hockey player has?
Yeah, well, my father, when I was growing up, my father bought me a pair of skates, and I had to grow into them. And I used them for like 5 years, I think, and it's really tough on your ankles, that kind of, you know, if you don't have the right fitting skates, because you wear like 3 or 4 pairs of socks in them. It was, your feet were, your skates were too big for the size of your feet turning, you know. So you would never have the right dimensions when you're turning in a corner or making anything. You'd be falling down all the time. But I think the skates are more important, and the size of your stick, what kind of stick you use, and make sure you have good shoulder pads, and always wear a helmet. That's when a lot of injuries come that are very, very, very severe in your career. That can't be Nicky.
Definitely is. Well, anyway, Ron, we'll have more on the hockey school as it comes about. We'll tell our fans of Poughkeepsie, you know, who to contact and what to do.
Sure.
We'll look forward to seeing you up there. I want to thank you very much for being with us today, and want to wish you the best of luck, continued success with the Rangers, and we hope to see you in Poughkeepsie soon.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you, Ron.
Okay.
We'll be back for third period action in just a few moments.